Dear friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Ajay Chandel. I am going to present before you Module 36 titled Evaluating Your Offerings under the paper Tourism and Hospitality Marketing. After completing this module, you will be able to understand how tourism firms should evaluate their performance, understand service evaluation metrics and tools to evaluate services. Introduction. Today's customer is more demanding than ever. Customers have become more powerful than they used to be. They are smarter and have higher expectations than ever before. The best service brands of the world have awards and accolades to boast of their excellent services. These service brands educated customers about what great customer service looks like, and now customers expect it. These brands have raised the bars of service industry for all companies involved. No longer can a customer compare one service firm only to another direct competitor. A firm may be in the manufacturing business, but its customer service can be compared to its customers' recent experience at an excellent hotel or a restaurant, or maybe an employee at a local retail store who was very courteous and helpful. When it comes to customer services and support, great companies don't put customers on hold for extended periods of time. They don't take hours or even days to respond to emails customers have written regarding an issue they faced or their social media posts. The best companies have knowledgeable and helpful people who have been trained to not only readdress customer problems but to also instill confidence in the customer with their professional and ready to help attitude. Evaluating offerings. Feeling good about customer service doesn't mean a company is actually doing a good job of keeping customers satisfied with their services. It is extremely important to evaluate the service offered. If a company doesn't have a way to measure its services effectiveness, it might not only lose its market share, but also may attract many eyeballs for all the wrong reasons. Intensity of internet usage, presence of social media, and the freedom with which customers can express their dissatisfaction and hatred towards non-performing brands can tarnish the brand image of any company. Further, not evaluating service performance as an offering could lead the organization to miss some key tasks that its customer service personnel need to perform. There needs to be a formal system to evaluate the services, and this must not be left to guesswork. There are various ways a tourism and hospitality firm can evaluate its offering. These are monitoring inbound calls, recording customer service calls and analyzing to them periodically can be one way to evaluate service offer. Tourism companies must create a checklist of attitudes and actions they expect from their customer service representatives and note whenever they believe a call falls short of meeting organizations' expectations of customer service. Checklist should include items such as listening to customers without interrupting, being polite, giving solutions instead of excuses, and noting if the customer representative thanked the customer for patronizing the business. By using a checklist, a company can analyze customer service calls for customer satisfaction. This can help companies identify areas that need improvement. Position of creating An internal evaluation system enabled by information and technology can also be used to monitor call dynamics. Customer surveys. The end result of any marketing activity is to create value for the customer. A happy customer then creates value for multiple stakeholders. When it patronizes the firm's services over an extended period of time, defends the brand against competing brand, and spreads a positive word of mouth in his or her peer group. Brand loyalty is often attributed to be an outcome of superior services. A visitor visiting a destination and staying at a particular hotel brand might want to continue with the brand in different destinations if the customer is satisfied. Hence, this makes it extremely important for any tourism and hospitality firm to conduct surveys or collect customer feedback at the end of every service encounter if possible. A simple survey can be designed that consists of questions about customers' perceptions of service quality. For example, a firm might ask, "What improvement would you like to see in our handling of complaints?" Another choice might be, "What problem have you experienced that our customer service representative, our customer service personnel handled exceptionally well or not well at all?" A survey gives customers a chance to give a direct feedback to the firm, which makes them feel heard. These surveys are extremely helpful in turning customer observations into action steps to improve overall customer service encounter. However, managers in tourism and hospitality must prioritize the areas they want the consumer research or surveys to focus upon. Should it be the physical appearance or layout of the rooms where the customer stays in, or of the dining area? The customer complaint management and redressal, food and menu or pick and drop facilities, along with other services provided by the tourism company. The questionnaire must be designed around these important points, which might be the reason for customers to switch the brand to other competing brands. Count customer complaints. Number of complaints a service firm receives from customers in a given period is the simplest way to measure customer service effectiveness. Managers might increase the customer contact points where a customer can register a complaint. Use of toll-free numbers, emails, or even direct interactions with the department managers can be one way to learn from mistakes. When customers aren't satisfied with the responses from customer service personnel, they should be able to take the matter to a supervisor. Counting up these instances and setting up a goal for reducing the number of customer service interactions that turn into complaints must be kept on priority as mean to succeed in a highly demanding customer-oriented market. Speed of resolution. Not only the way complaints are recorded and readdressed matter, but also the speed of redressal. Hence, another way to measure customer service effectiveness is to measure the time a firm takes to resolve customer problems. This must not be a quantitative number like the length of phone calls. Rather, it must be the amount of time the firm actually takes to get a refund or any other solution to the customer. Tourism firms can start by measuring the current average time and then setting goals of shortening that time. The shorter is the time a customer has to spend to get his problem solved, the better he will perceive the tourism company. Customer service representatives must be communicated of this factor being used as a mean to appraise their performance, and they will become more sensitive to the amount of unnecessary delay they cause to customers. Designing customer service performance metrics. In order to evaluate the superior customer service, a tourism firm must develop customer service performance metrics as a tool to evaluate their offering. Since employees are involved in delivering services to customers, most of the components in the metrics are employee related. Below mentioned metrics can act as indicators for customer satisfaction. Employee personality traits. Extraversion is one of the big 5 personality traits. Extroverted people are characterized as more sociable, assertive, talkative, and active as compared to others. Extroverts also have a higher desire to excel in the work assigned to them. Research has shown that extroverts perform better in jobs. Extroverted individuals were also found to have a higher customer service performance compared to introverts as per this research. Conscientiousness is the second big 5 personality trait, which is usually associated with superior customer service performance. Conscientious people are known to be dependable, responsible, work hard, and strive for achievements. This personality trait is not only related to superior customer service, but is also related to superior job performance in general. The other big 5 personality traits, which are openness, agreeableness, and neuroticism, were not associated with superior customer service performance. This research points at emphasizing on these personality traits while recruiting service staff or contact personnel, because its service offering very much depends upon who delivers it and the skill set possessed by these employees. Cognitive abilities. Yet another indicator of how well an employee be able to satisfy a customer is an employee's cognitive ability. Employees who rank higher cognitive ability, often measured in IQ, tend to provide better customer service. Employees with greater cognitive abilities are known to learn faster, absorb more information, and generalize knowledge more effectively. Cognitive ability is hence an important service performance indicator. An employee's educational qualification can be considered as a proxy for this metric. Employee training. Even if the employees lack in some personality traits and cognitive abilities mentioned above, they can be worked upon with imparting of these skills through proper training and development programs. Training basically increases the speed at which employees learn a firm or service-specific knowledge. Training is hence aimed to improve the employees' skills. Research states that skilled employees tend to provide better services as compared to untrained ones. Research also suggested that this does not hold true for all jobs, as employees with less complex service jobs like waiting tables seem to benefit less from training compared to employees with more complicated service jobs. Employee training hence makes an important component of customer service evaluation metrics. On the job experience, employees who have good years of experience in handling customer services are generally better able to perform better by delivering superior customer services. On-the-job experience is therefore yet another customer service performance metric. For example, a silly mistake such as a waiter who fails to balance his or her tray and spills a drink on a customer can lower the customer service experience and produce less satisfied customers. Similarly, employees less familiar with organizational policies usually perform poorly in customer grievance management. Trained employees are a resource to a service organization and must be considered in service metrics. Service climate. The organization's culture is extremely important determinant of an organization's service ability. Organizational culture is also an important factor which shapes employees' service-related behavior. An organization that has fostered a culture for superior customer service, employees know that superior customer service is desired, rewarded, and expected. Such a culture helps employees provide better service. Organizations' service culture has been proven to impact service quality and customer satisfaction. It can be analyzed by asking employees to rate organizational culture using a short scale. Local competition. Local competition can be defined as the number of eateries, restaurants, or hotels within a certain distance. Local competition, when is fierce, influences how customers rate a store's customer service performance relatively. This is because when local competition is fierce, establishments push their service level higher to compete effectively, which puts pressure on other firms in the area to improve their service level relatively. Individual customer service performance. Individual customer service performance is a metric that involves evaluating the service performance of an individual service personnel. This can easily be measured by asking customers about a specific employee if they would recommend the same employee to serve family or friends. A common way, however, can be by measuring it through a 360-degree feedback form in which the client is asked to rate employees' service level. However, this must be remembered that individual customer service performance is an outcome variable that is influenced by the previously mentioned variables. Team or organization level customer service performance. Team or organization level customer service performance is a metric influenced by individual customer service performance. In a research study, this was found that when individual customer service performance was above average, that specific organization outperformed the other organizations in the sample. In other words, this can be concluded that there is a bottom-up effect of individual customer service performance to team-level customer service performance. Customer satisfaction. As discussed before, the only ambition of marketing activities is to create a happy customer. Customer satisfaction, hence, is undoubtedly one of the most important customer service performance metrics. All previous metrics discussed before are determinant of higher customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction can be measured in many different ways. Customer satisfaction surveys are one of the most common ways to ensure customer satisfaction. However, given to the less time customers want to spend filling in these surveys on various parameters, an increasingly common way to do this is by rating the service with a smiley face or thumbs up down via a computer panel. Customer loyalty. Customer loyalty is yet another determinant of superior customer services. A customer would never be loyal to a service brand if the service quality is not appropriate. Customer loyalty hence represents that if a customer will return and will recommend the establishment to others in his or her peer group or not. Customer loyalty is also a determinant of superior financial outcome. Returning customers are also known to spend more than customers who only visit once. Customer loyalty can be measured by keeping a record of customer purchases in an extended period of time. An inherent benefit of these systems is that these systems can help to provide a better customer service experience. For example, most hotels record a customer's previous food and beverage choices to provide better services based on their history. Tools to evaluate service offering. Service quality has become a crucial issue for hospitality industry. The theory of service quality has evolved over a long period of time through testing and trials in service sector. The demanding customers and increased sense of customer satisfaction led to the use of new service parameters, making hoteliers to implement quality management as an effective aid. During the last few decades, there is phenomenal change experienced in the hospitality industry, and the reason is service quality. Knowing that both service quality and value is difficult to measure, hospitality companies heavily rely on guests' quality perception and expectations. It could be achieved by asking guests questions related to expectations and their perception of the service quality through carefully designed surveys. Various studies have been carried out to consolidate the dimensions of service quality, and ServiQual has been accepted as well-constructed instrument to measure service quality in hospitality industry. In 1980s, in the attempt to define service quality and develop a model of service quality, Parasuraman et al. Conducted an exploratory investigation. The results showed that regardless of the type of service, consumers used basically the similar criteria in evaluating service quality. They labeled those 10 criteria service quality determinants. Since then, service quality was defined through 10 dimensions, which are access, communication, competence, courtesy, credibility, reliability, responsiveness, security, tangibles, and understanding. Knowing the customers. As mentioned before, later they were simplified into 5 dimensions, including tangibles, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. This model indicates that consumer perception of quality are influenced by 5 gaps occurring in the internal process of service delivery. The basic premise is that service quality can be defined by the difference between expected service and perceived service. The ServiQual instrument consists of 22 statements for assessing consumer perceptions and expectations regarding the quality of a service. Respondents are asked to rate their level of agreement or disagreement with the given statements. Consumers' perceptions are based on the actual service they receive, while consumers' expectations are based on past experiences and information received. These statements represent the determinant or dimensions of service quality. The 5 dimensions of cervical instrument are tangibility. Since services are not tangible, customers deliver their perception of service quality by comparing the tangible service elements like the appearance of physical facilities, equipment, personal and communication materials. Reliability. It is the ability of a service firm to perform the promised service dependably and accurately as promised in company's external communication or during any service encounter. Reliability means that the company delivers on its promises related to various service-related aspects like delivery, service provision, problem resolution, and pricing, etc. Customers prefer to purchase from companies that keep their promises, particularly their promises about the service outcomes and core service features. All companies need to be aware of customer expectation of reliability when communicating the same to customers in the form of external communication. Responsiveness. It is the willingness of the service staff to help customers and provide prompt service. This dimension focuses upon attentiveness and promptness in dealing with customers' requests, questions, complaints, and problems as and when arisen. Responsiveness is communicated to customers by the duration of time they had to wait for assistance, get answers to their questions, or to get attention to problems notified by them to service staff for fixing. Assurance. It means to inspire trust and confidence amongst the customers. Assurance is defined as the employee's knowledge of courtesy and the ability of the firm and its employees to instill and enthuse trust and confidence. This dimension is particularly more important for the services that the customer perceives as involving high risk. These employees must be made aware of the importance to creating trust and confidence among the customers to gain competitive advantage and for customers' loyalty. Empathy. It means to provide caring and customized attention to its customers. Empathy is the ability of putting one's feet in someone else's feet and feeling what and how one is feeling. This helps employees understand and solve customers' problems individually. Summary. To keep up with the growing competition and ever-changing needs and preferences of customers, a tourism firm has to build a strong service management system. This should start with creating a culture which facilitates customer service and invests in employee skills. Since tourism services are not tangible products, it is utmost important to treat every service encounter effectively. Not only service delivery is important, but post-service evaluation is as important too. Recording of calls, customer feedback, speed of service delivery, speed of problem resolution, and development of customer service metrics are some of the techniques tourism companies must undertake to evaluate their service offering. Thank you.